Hi YouTube friends, Ashley here with Crazy Brave Homeschool. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am a new homeschooling mom. I have a first grader and a 4-year-old. And in today's video, I wanted to show you what a homeschool delivery might look like. I am a lover of all things homeschooling resources. I never thought I would be such a curriculum junkie. I thought that we were going to be much more on like the unschooling side of things, which we still very much are. I'm a firm believer in self-led learning. But with that being said, I really love the Charlotte Mason philosophy of education, which is really presenting a feast to your children, presenting them with, loads of beautiful knowledge and resources, and then they take from that what they want. So I will preface this video with saying that we are a part of a charter school, and that charter school helps us with buying our resources. So we get a set amount of funding every year, and that money can go towards educational materials. So without those charter school funds, I would not be able to buy some of the really beautiful things that I've gotten. I would be much thriftier about our homeschool. And with that being said, I actually wanted to start off on a thrifty note. I found something really cool to thrift store, and I wanted to throw that in here because I think thrift stores can be a really great resource for homeschooling. I often find a lot of board games, obviously tons of books. Sometimes you can even find really great unused workbooks, lots of materials. So I found this gem at a thrift store recently. This collection of poetry for children. So I didn't even buy all of them. There were probably like 12 different poets. And so I picked out the ones that I thought me and my kids would enjoy the most. I'm not going to present these poetry books to them until they're a little bit older. But I, pre-motherhood, used to be a poet. And so obviously teaching poetry to my kids is something I'm really looking forward to doing. But have you guys ever heard of this collection, Poetry for Young People? Really awesome. So they've just got I don't know what makes it for young people necessarily. I mean, it's like the poems of Robert Frost. Maybe there's some of the poems that are a little bit more, easier to analyze. And then obviously they come illustrated. So that's great for kids. But I'll just show you the poets I found. So I got Robert Frost, Carl Sandburg, William Shakespeare. This is just American poetry. Emily Dickinson, and Walt Whitman. So really cool. Whenever this happens, maybe 3rd grade, maybe 4th grade, maybe next year, maybe I'll test the waters. But I thought that this was a great example of the gems that you can find at your local thrift store. So getting into what sort of like a delivery might look like for our homeschool, I think that these materials really represent a lot of our homeschool notions, in terms of philosophy and interests and that kind of thing. So let's get to it. Not everything is from Amazon. In fact, only 2 things are. I'm sure that many of you are familiar with School Nest, and so I won't go into these much because I'm sure many of you have seen these before. But I actually hadn't seen these until recently. I use a School Nest homeschool planner that I deeply love, but these notebooks are really cool. So we just started a new history curriculum that I've talked a lot about. I'm not going to go into it on this video, but this history timeline notebook is really cool. Comes with, all of the eras of history. There's even in the beginning a My History part for the kids to write in, things about their family and when they were born and all that. And then, ancient times, Middle Ages, early modern. And then I also found on Etsy, you can buy history timeline stickers, which I thought would be a fun addition to this. But love this. My daughter loves pink, and I'm going to let her decorate this with stickers, which will be fun. So I also got their narration notebook, School Nest in purple. And this one we're not quite using yet, but our U.S. geography curriculum with Beautiful Feet Books. I haven't started it yet because we just have a lot going on with curriculum right now, but they require a narration notebook. And so this is just that classic like top part for coloring and then the bottom part for narrating whatever you learned about that day. So I love these. I love the color. They're very soft, velvety feeling. So those were a couple of Amazon purchases that just showed up. Something else that just showed up is our Kiwi Crate, KiwiCo. Kiwi Crate, KiwiCo. I think it's called both. This is like a steam, I'd call it a steam or STEM kit. And I'm sure you all are very familiar with this. So we always get the science subscription. So it's always like a lot of like building or engineering or science experiment or something like that. I took a look inside this one and it's magnets, which I'm really excited about because my son is he's 4 years old, but he's really into magnets and how they work. And so I think that he is really gonna love this Kiwi. Okay, so this next box is from A Child's Dream. A Child's Dream is a really great small company that makes like very Waldorf related materials. So lots of handicraft materials, which is sort of new for our homeschool. We don't do like, we're not pure in any homeschooling philosophy. I bring in a little bit of Waldorf. But handicrafts have been sort of a theme with like our language arts curriculum. And so we're trying them out for the first time. Also with our history curriculum, they encourage a lot of handicrafts. So I got this wool roving from A Child's Dream. I haven't even opened it yet. I got it in like winter colors. We are gonna make, it's great. You can choose, you can just buy them individually. You can pick out your colors. They have so many colors to choose from. And people like use these in a lot of different ways. Like I think, oh my gosh, it's so soft. It's so pretty. I think a really popular way is for, I'm gonna butcher like the lingo for this, but when you can like make these into little like stuffies, like little objects or animals or something like that, and you use like a needle to manipulate the wool. Clearly we haven't done it yet because I don't even know how to explain it. But for this language arts assignment, sorry, this is noisy. It was just to create a winter scene. And so I bought just one piece of this wool felt. You know, this is just such better quality than the like cheap felt that you get at your craft store. It's so soft. And this is our backdrop, and we're just gonna create like a winter scene with all of our colors, snow and maybe clouds. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. Just to like kind of get our hands into this stuff before we actually start a lot of like the needlework or whatever you call it. What do you guys, if anyone can help me out in the comments, tell me what I'm talking about. Anyway, so we're just gonna fiddle around with this wool roving for the first time. And also from A Child's Dream, I got the candle, a candle making kit. So these are really simple, and I've seen a lot of Waldorf families on YouTube using this. So this is not actually to melt wax. It's just a candlestick rolling kit. So I haven't looked in here yet. Let me actually flip the camera so I can show you. Okay, so it looks like, is this the wick? I don't know, let's see. Honeycomb, beeswax honeycomb candle rolling kit. Okay, so these are the actual beeswax sheets, and it looks like you get 2 of each color. So there's red, yellow, like another shade of yellow, green, and there's a few more down there. So you get the idea. And then you would take these out and you just have the kids tightly roll them into a stick while putting like the wick, like laying it inside and then rolling it up. So I'll probably do a video on this when we actually do it. But I am wanting to do this activity for Valentine's Day. I really want to do like a cozy, very sweet Valentine's Day, maybe like poetry tea time or something for our school that day and take a break from our normal curriculum. Okay, so the last thing we got is a math resource. There's a small company called Treasures from Jennifer, and she does a lot of wood materials for I think a lot of math, but also like calendar and like writing. Here's the card. So this would be an example of like all the beautiful things that she makes. These stands for beeswax crayons, a weather wheel, learning cursive with, you know, you guys have probably seen a lot of this stuff. This is really pretty, the moon cycles. So we got a counting board for math, and this is beautiful. It's solid wood, really well crafted. I have seen a lot of different ways that you can use boards like this with different manipulatives, obviously like beads or, you know, some kind of counter. But also I've seen like tiles for like letters, you know, for building words. I have not explored all of the ways to use this board. I got this because we have been using a Charlotte Mason curriculum for math, and that curriculum is great, but the higher we get in numbers, you know, because it starts at 1 and it goes to 100. And it's a lot of the same simple sums with each number. So now that we're getting into the 20s and I'm asking my daughter to add or subtract numbers within the 20s, I need something that like keeps the manipulatives organized, you know, when she's working with like rocks or blocks or something like that. This is really nice because now she can use these little boxes. And what I did was I got these wool balls, also from the same company. And so now we can use these little balls that fit so nicely into each pocket. And so it's made counting out, say, 22 balls and then subtracting 6 or something like that a lot easier. It's a better visual for her. So I think it's helping a lot. But I look forward to all of the different ways to use this because I really think that there's a ton. Okay, so I have one more thing that I really want to share with you guys. This is not a standard delivery. This is a huge upgrade to our homeschool. But actually on the price side, I got it for super cheap. So I'm talking about a bookcase. Every homeschool needs one, right? We used to have a very small white one that has, I don't know what's happened over the last 6 months, but I have acquired a ton of books. And so it wasn't big enough anymore. And I really wanted a large bookcase to house all of our books, microscope, nature study stuff. And so I found one on IKEA. It's called Billy. And it's actually 2 bookcases in one. And I got it for less than $200. And it is solid wood. It's super pretty. It is huge. It's awesome. It's exactly what I needed. So I want to show you how I put it together, not actually put it together, but how I housed all the books and resources on it. All right, and here it is with everything stacked on it. I am just gonna quickly kind of show you how I organized things here. We've got our science and some history up there with a lot of like animal science studies, some art books. These are all of our like readers that she has not started on yet. A lot of Magic Treehouse in there. These are our language arts books for 1st grade. And this is our story basket. Next shelf, just random picture books, and then some curriculum here. These are all of the like the baby board books for my son, and then some of these really great little early readers here. And then up here is a whole geography shelf. I love that. A couple baskets. I have a fidget basket. It's stuff that the kids can fidget with when I'm reading aloud. I really highly recommend everyone have one of those. Cards. And then we've got our nature study shelves here. Both of these shelves, lots of great nature books and our microscope. And then this is our project basket, which is like projects that the kids haven't finished yet. And then on the bottom, all of these like file containers are all unit studies. So I wanted to make them low and accessible so that the kids can pull them out and they can just go for it, you know, mess around with whatever resources are in there. I'll probably do a whole different video on this. But like for instance, the US National Parks one would have the bingo, a coloring book, playing cards, and yeah, I mean, it's all obviously really different. Oops. Yeah, so that is just a quick little peek at our new bookshelf. I'm so excited about it. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed that little unboxing, and I'll see you next time. Have a great week.